you want to fight. Did you feel like he had that in the second fight and just couldn't overcome it? Or do you think he was starting to wane a little bit and even wanting to be there?
I'm not sure if he had the conscious choice to say like, oh, this is uncomfortable, well, I want out of here. I think I hit him with a good shot. I think he reached down, did something for when I kicked his calf and I hit him with the right hand. Everybody's talking about the calf kicks, but I threw a calf kick and switched to orthodox and threw a straight right hand from a right-handed stance position and clipped him good, and that's why I put the pressure on him. Go back and watch that sequence in slow motion. It wasn't the calf kick. It was him taking himself out of position and getting hit with the right hand when I switched stance. I do that as good as anybody in the game in mixed martial arts. Switch power shots from right stance, left stance, and cover distance to where I don't get myself out of position. I do that better, or if not better, as good as anybody in the game. And he was at the end of a switch stance right hand that clipped him on the chin. And I know I can punch. He held it together well. His poker face was good, but he was hurt. That's why he went against the fence and was off balance. And you saw the rest.
What could you do to Conor McGregor that would be better? And ideally, like, how do you finish this fight?
Kick him in the head instead of the calf. Submit him. I mean, there's lots of ways to get him out of there. Drag him into deep waters and show him that I'm willing to bleed more than he is. I think that hurts. You know, anybody can get caught. We both have been on the wrong side of that, me and him, against each other. That's what makes this third fight everything it is. We both knocked each other out. Mine was a long time ago. He wasn't karate stance or whatever he says, or he was boxing more, or his calf was kicked. Who gives a? We have a great story, and somebody's most likely getting finished again. Let's see who it's gonna be. He just said something on his first one that shoots. That's what he said, yeah? Isn't he the one who's always preaching about the flow, the full martial arts, no holds barred, no rules, the ultimate fighting, like when he's talking about boxing and stuff, right? How about the first one to get taken down? It's martial arts. Put it all together. It reeks of insecurity to me. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. I assume he will. You know, nobody handles the pressure, the big crowd, the cameras, the lights as good as Conor does. He feeds off of that and loves it. You know, and if he's not, it'll look like he is. I promise you that. If he's not confident, it'll look like he is. No, fighting's hectic, man. I don't really like. You know, I wish they were home buying the pay-per-view. Wish it was an empty arena. Buy the pay-per-view.
You do?
No, it's nice, man. I have a lot of people going. Family members, friends who are very excited. And it's good. It makes me feel good to see this direction of the world, or of America at least, with things opening, full capacity. Just a little bit of normalcy back in our lives. It's been a crazy couple years here. It's like wearing masks and going into places with my daughter. It's like, it's crazy how quick we adapt to something. You know, I'm walking around, my wife's like, why you still have your mask on? No, it's good. I'm happy for everyone. I'm happy for sports. I'm happy for, you know, people who've been stuck at home. It's not a healthy place to be stuck at home. You know, a lot of drinking, a lot of bad stuff happens when you're trapped like that. So seeing the world open up, like I said, at least America, it's good. We're going in the right direction. But fans yelling, it's hard. Like I said, it's hectic. You're in the locker room warming up, then you go out there, you have to walk through the tunnel, and people are spilling beer and yelling crazy stuff at you. When you're about to go fight this man, fight for your life in front of the world, it just adds more chaos to it for me, you know. But that's fighting. They were in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna be there.
You were expecting to get the Irish fans in Vegas.
Oh, come on. You're not? I was blown away whenever I go to weigh-ins in Abu Dhabi and they're holding the Irish flags and chanting and stuff. I'm like, my goodness, this guy has a country behind him for real.
Yeah. But because of the way that your first fight went, and I remember you telling me that you felt like you were fighting Irish fans as well.
I felt like I wasn't just fighting Conor and Irish fans. I felt like I was fighting the media. I felt like UFC wanted him to win. I was fighting the business. I was fighting the MMA critics, the armchair critics. I felt like I was fighting everyone. It was me against the world. That's what it felt like. And it's not that, you know, because no offense to you, but none of you guys matter, man.
You watched Charles Oliveira fight Michael Chandler? Where were you at and what was going through your mind?
I was I think I was here in training camp. I was at my condo here in Florida. And I bet Oliveira to win, but I thought he was going to win by submission. I think I did a straight up bet and a method, you know, by sub.
Okay. Did it impact you personally at all watching someone else win a UFC lightweight championship?
No, because Charles earned it. Charles earned that belt as much as anybody who's ever fought for the lightweight belt. You know, this guy's been around for 10, you know, he's a decade of wins and losses and rising back up and putting streaks together. Look, I mean, it's incredible what the guy's done. And he's a very dangerous fighter. He grew up in the octagon. You know, he did. Been watching the guy forever. It was more of seeing Chandler, not that he didn't cut his teeth in the UFC. He's definitely been an MMA, you know, top MMA lightweight for a long time. But to see him come over and fight one guy who I just beat and then get a title fight, I was a little bit, you know, maybe that was, like in my mind, I know that this is business, but at the same time, like those human instincts of like, oh, this guy, that was, you know, I stepped aside and let him have this, but that's just, you know, I don't get too caught up in that stuff, but the thoughts do cross my mind.
Yeah, and I imagine you feel like that's rectified after you beat Conor. The title is 100% your next target.
Yeah. Like I told you before this interview, I don't like to look too far ahead, because July 10th has to happen. All we got is plan A right now, and that's fighting and winning.